What is up, and welcome back to How to Invest in Commercial Real Estate.
What's up?
Hey, thanks for pulling me off the tennis court for this.
Yeah, man, you play a lot of tennis.
You guys gotta.
You better be good.
When we make a plan, we gotta stick with it because I'm a busy man.
Yeah, I know. We know.
Right in the middle of the day and expect me to show up.
I mean,
at my own house.
If you play this much tennis and you suck, I would be pissed.
Well, I don't suck.
Oh, okay, problem solved.
I'm pretty good.
Okay, well, getting right into it. We just bought a deal.
Yep.
Trail Lake Plaza. It's not Trailer Park Plaza. It's
As
Trail
Brian
Lake.
likes to call it. It's in Fort Worth.
It's
Good
in
area.
Fort Worth.
It's
Yep.
nice. It's actually nice.
Super nice infield deal. Picked it up off market. Gonna move around some tenants, maybe relocate a few out of our center. It's a nicer way of saying that. I'm just gonna relocate them out of my center.
Chris Myers, Stride Bank did a loan.
Yeah. Big shout out to Stride.
Good job on that.
6, 7, 8 deals we've done with them.
Yeah.
It's a decent amount. He said there's one other group that's done in Tulsa that's doing more than us with them now. And I told him that's unacceptable.
We're not going to have that.
Unacceptable. So he said he's got more capacity. He's going to look into it, and they're going to lend us some more money.
We got 3 more deals closing at the end of this month.
Yeah, we do. Tejas, Texas.
Yeah, we know what that is.
Everybody else might not.
Okay, they
you
may
guys
not.
know.
Yeah, so I think we're already fully funded there.
Yep.
So you can't get in, but we are going to be launching a couple of deals in August. So keep a lookout for those.
I think after we close this, it'll be 9. How many deals? 7, 8,
It'll be 7, I think, after these 3.
7 or 8. 7.
Yeah, 7 or 8. So we may hit 12 this year.
Yeah.
If we hit 12,
Deal of the month.
New goal for next year now.
coming up with something crazy to celebrate it.
Yeah.
And I'm good at
idea.
that. That's my specialty, actually. Celebrations.
Yeah.
Anyway, right into it. The president just signed a big, new, beautiful bill.
One big, beautiful bill.
Now we are just using that language. You may or may not think it's beautiful. We're not saying it is or it isn't.
Yep.
We're just doing the
Just going
official.
with the brand.
It does have some implications for commercial real estate, and we thought we would go over those with you because they will impact your investments.
Yep.
So, Brian.
I think, well, the biggest one, we've been hoping for this, for not this bill, but this actual part of it for, a couple of years, that they would bring back 100% depreciation.
Yes,
right?
yes.
First year.
Bonus.
So that means in the first year, when you spend capital money, that you can write it off?
It's
Instead of a
certain
percentage of it?
certain things qualify for it, but a lot does. Like a jet. I see it all over my social media now. But car washes. There's certain big categories of things.
So how does it relate to commercial real estate then?
Well, for us, we just did a lot of capital improvements on a couple centers we bought.
Yeah, parking lot.
Landon Square in Cincinnati. We did a little bit of work on Kickapoo and Shawnee and various others. But yeah, typically those improvements you would have to amortize over a different period of time, whatever the usable life is.
It was going to be, it was down to 40% for 2025, right? And so they kind of made it retroactive to January 19th. Any asset put in service after January 19th, 2025
Right.
is eligible
Qualifies.
for 100%? Yeah.
Yep.
So it just boosts your depreciable assets, and you get to carry those losses forward and apply them against income. And so it's just reducing your taxes is basically what it's doing, at least reducing them today.
Yeah, the other thing that's worth noting is I think he did this his first term. You guys, I don't want to misspeak. I think he did the bonus depreciation his first term, right?
Can't remember, but I know it was in place. Yeah, it's at one point.
I know that.
And then it was like it was a set period of time, and there was a big phase down period, and it ended where we are at now, where you can take 40% the first year and then put it on the AM schedule. Now it's in full effect until the end of 2030, and there's no phase down period. So like we saw last time, it would go from 100% to maybe 90% to 80% and kept going down. Now for the next 5-6 years, we can see those write-offs. And the idea of this, from my perspective, is to incentivize investors to reinvest capital back in, improve the U.S.
Isn't it good until 2030? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then what happens? It just
they'll go back to, no bonus depreciation.
Okay.
Amortize the improvements.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll see. That's a long way out.
Might change by then.
All right, what's the next one, Brian?
Next one is the deduction limit for state and local taxes was increased from $10,000 a year to $40,000 a year.
Yeah, the deduction limit. So
Or
now you
40,000.
can write off up to $40,000 in state and local taxes as an expense to offset your income.
Man, that's great. So just more lower taxes
Yeah, and that is going to increase annually by 1%,
a year.
which is not like 1%, guys.
That's
What
not
is
much.
that doing for
Yeah,
anybody?
that's interesting. That
Nothing.
said that.
Nothing.
And then it reverts back to $10,000 in 2030.
Yeah, I did notice that with a lot of these is that none of them seem permanent. I
Yeah.
guess one of them maybe does.
Yeah, maybe that was a way to get it.
I think it has something to
or
do
something.
when the budget office says, hey, this bill is going to cost the American taxpayers, or it's going to add this much to the deficit. They have to add up all of the impact. And so if it's a forever thing, then they're going to say this is going to add so many $1 trillion. But if they just add it for 3 or 4 or 5 years, then it reduces that
Okay.
number
Gotcha.
and just kind of kicks it down the road.
Right. Anything else on that one, you guys?
Nope.
Okay.
I didn't even know this existed. So for me, just going through this, it's another reminder to just make sure I'm taking advantage of that write-off. So I would just make a mental note.
You
maybe
didn't know this state and local deduction was available?
No, but I don't know if I'm paying a ton of state and local taxes. Maybe
yeah.
like $1,000 a
right.
year or something. But I just want to look into that, make sure I'm taking advantage of it.
Yeah. I think you are. I've seen your tax return.
That's great, you creeper. What else you seen?
Don't answer that.
Moving on.
Okay, this is a big one. This is a huge one. Estate and gift tax exemption raised to $15 million.
For individuals.
Yep, and $30 million for married couples. So this is a 50% increase. It was $10 million. So now you can give your no good kids an extra $5 million.
Yeah, and if you want my advice, don't give your kids that much money. You're going to spoil them.
Really?
So make them work for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty big.
Okay, next.
Qualified business income deduction. So eligible business owners can deduct up to 20% of the qualified income.
I mean, why stop there? Why not 50? That's a rookie number, 20%. I want to write off all the income. I guess this is just a straight write-off. You can just write off 20% of top line. I mean, it says qualified income. So I wonder what that is.
Yeah, should have done a little more research on that. We're not going to try to speak to exactly what that's meaning, but it does appear to be a decent deduction for business owners.
Yeah. This next one, Section 179D. I don't know much about that. Deduction for energy efficient commercial buildings. It's basically clean energy tax credits were rolled back, right?
Yeah, I think the most popular version it mentions here at the end is the incentives for purchasing electric vehicles.
Yeah.
If you bought a Tesla, you could get like $7,500 off at sticker. Like the dealer would just give you the discount and then they get reimbursed.
Okay.
So that had to have been a big thing for Tesla.
Yeah.
Really drive affordability.
So he's rolled that back just to get back at Elon for being upset with him lately.
I mean, there's been talk about it all year, even when they were buddies.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was going away. Elon is actually gone on record a lot saying that they never asked for it. They never needed it to sell their cars. It was really the other car manufacturers.
Yeah.
And you can see that.
Interesting. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm kind of the biased answer.
Yeah.
New $5 trillion debt ceiling.
Added $5 trillion debt was increased by $5 trillion. So that's, I don't know what we think about that.
Yeah, that's
but
It's a lot of money.
guys, I think in general there were some good things in this bill for commercial real estate. It will increase our deductions. It'll lower our taxes pretty much across the board. And so I don't think it's a bad thing. I do think that these benefits will filter into the commercial real estate market. Things are really at a good spot in commercial real estate, and interest rates we think are set to kind of start coming down some. We think that's going to juice the market even further. So if you've been thinking about getting into commercial real estate, I think it's a decent time to kind of push your way in. We think the market gets better in the near future, not worse. Obviously, we don't know. I mean, stock market's at an all-time high. We could get some serious correction. That may change the outlook. But for right now, things are looking pretty good.
Now's the time, guys. There's nobody out there. The amount of stuff that we just kind of have free reign to, or it feels like there's just not a lot of competition in the market right now. And as soon as debt gets cheap, it's going to be like buying a house. You know what I mean? Every builder is going to have a waiting list for a year. Every house is going to get ridiculously expensive. If you want to go shopping and just kind of like really peruse around, take your time, make offers, not stick to them, not have to stick to a bunch of tight timelines. I'm not saying go be a shyster out there in the market, but like it's a buyer's market. Everyone knows what that means. If you're buying commercial real estate, I mean, somebody had to sell right now. And it's not an accretive sale like it was a few years ago. Like it could be in a few years. They need that money, or they're being forced by an equity partner, an institution.
Or they don't want to refinance at higher rates or whatever. They're saying, hey, now's a good time. So
yeah,
I would say get in the game.
Yeah, we're not slowing down. We're actually seeing prices come down a little bit, right?
Yeah.
On the properties that we buy. We're seeing interest rates come down. So
yeah, but
it makes sense.
The rent growth you're still seeing out in the market.
Rent growth is still going up.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge in several asset classes. I don't know much about multifamily, but that would be enlightening. What do you guys see on the multifamily rent growth side?
It's been really, really strong here in Tulsa, at least for B and C class assets.
So still,
Tulsa went so many years with very little rent growth, and then all of a sudden after COVID, we started getting a really good rent growth each and every year. So it's been good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for this episode. We went through that big, beautiful new bill here pretty fast, and we will catch you guys next week with another episode.
Yep.
Thanks.